Hello, welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl. Continuing our High Elf Realm faction focus, we're now going to look at something which is very specific to the High Elf faction, which are the Elven Honours, which are what you can give to your characters. So let's have a look and see what they do and how they work. So first up is a Lore Master. So this is High Elf Lords only. You can't be mounted. You become a level 1 wizard that knows one randomly generated spell from the following laws of magic. So battle magic, elementalism, high magic, illusion. May be equipped with a sword of Hoeth for no additional points, but then cannot take any additional non-magic weapons. Gains Ithilmar armor, Lilia's blessing, and Law of Safri rules. Seems like they're trying to create a Lore Master of Hoeth, which used to be a miniature and a unit entry character in its own right, because you get the Sword of Hoeth, you get some magic, and then you get some armor. So that kind of feels like that's what this is. This is the what was called the Lord Master of Hoeth, right? So overall, though, as it is, it's not bad, right? Giving yourself a bit extra magic on somebody that you could put. It's a High Elf Lord only, which is the downside, right? So, if you're looking to boost a Sword Master's unit, could be interesting. Say you're giving yourself a bit extra magic there. Yeah, it's an okay one. I think it's very specific. It's very specific for you wanting to put a character in a Sword Master unit, by and large. That's where I can see the main value. And is needed if you want to join a Swordmaster unit. You have to have at least Lore Master or Warden of Safri. Shadow Stalker. Cannot be mounted. May be equipped with a Bow of Avalorn for no additional points, but may not take any additional non-magic weapons. Cannot have heavy or full plate armor. It gained ambushes, evasive, fire and flee, move through cover, and scout special rules. So again, just like the others, and what most of these Elven Honours are, they're basically tailoring your character to fit with a unit that he's going to join. So this is clearly for the Shadow Warriors. Most of the time, unless going for a narrative style army from Nagarath or something like that, I can't see myself wanting to add a character to a Shadow Warrior unit. Like to Phoenix Guard, to Sword Masters, absolutely it makes sense. But I can't see the time when normally I'm going to want my High Elf character in a Shadow Warrior unit like that. Given what I'm normally wanting them to do, which is to use the evasive, use the fire and flee, the move through cover, the scouts, mobile, running around, ideally avoiding combat until they really need to, or there's an opportunity to do so. So, not an Elven Honor that particularly that I'd be looking at, unless I say going for a narrative army. Anointed of Azurian. Now this one I think is real interesting, right? This one is where you can be mounted on a Phoenix, and I think a mount on a Frostheart Phoenix is real interesting as a mount, particularly with that Blizzard Aura. You can be equipped with a Ceremonial Halberd for no additional points, but you can't take any other non-magic weapons. Okay. You gain Blessing of Azurian, Fear and Witness to Destiny special rules, and you replace Valor of Ages with Veteran. So you need this if your character's going to join a unit of Phoenix Guard, or you put them on a Phoenix. So I actually think Anointed of Azurian is one of the more useful ones. There's flexibility in there. A character on a Phoenix I think is an interesting choice. A character in a unit of Phoenix Guard, maybe with a battle standard, so a noble with a battle standard bearer, could be really nice for a unit of Phoenix Guard. And I think in most cases that's what I would be looking for, because as I said, if you're going for a competitive style thing, you're probably going to put your prince on a dragon. But I think there are cases where you might want to put your prince on a Phoenix as well. So yeah, this one actually I think has a lot of use. Right, next one, Blood of Kalidor. Must be mounted on either a Barded Elven Steed, Sun Dragon, Moon Dragon, or Star Dragon. You get +1 modifier to their already high weapon skill. May be equipped with full plate armor for no additional points. Gains the Dragon Armor and Impetuous special rules. So, taking this on a prince who's going on a barded steed and going in a dragon prince unit, absolutely. Getting the full plate armor for 2 additional points is nice, but pretty small in the grand scheme of points. Taking this on a prince who's going on to a moon dragon or a star dragon and giving him the impetuous rule, I don't see the value in that. I don't see the value in that at all. You know, I wouldn't want to put my prince in a position where he has the impetuous rule. So suddenly now I have to think about that in terms of movement and where we are and everything else. So I don't think the +1 weapon skill, the free plate armor and the dragon armor is worth taking the impetuous rule for Blood of Caledor. But if you're going on a barded elven steed and joining dragon princes, absolutely, because that unit's already impetuous. You've got Cracian Hunter, so may only be mounted on a white lion chariot if you choose to mount them, don't have to mount them, and cannot choose any other mount options. Okay. Maybe equipped with a Cracian Greatblade for no additional points, but cannot take any other non-magic weapons. You gain the Lion Cloak, move through cover, stubborn special rules. I think this one's interesting. If you're taking white lions, which normally I'm not, to give them some boost is nice, but taking the character is still going to be striking last. But because it's a single character now with multiple attacks, and he'll be the last to die out of the unit, there's a good chance he's going to get these attacks back, right? So I could see maybe if you're going for that theme, you maybe want to put a character in a white lion unit. But say white lions wouldn't be my go-to unit in the first place. So of limited value. Right, Warden of Safri. So cannot be mounted, may be equipped with a Sword of Hoeth for no additional points, but then cannot take any additional magic weapons. Gains deflect shots, ephemeral armor, and killing blow special rules. This is another one. I mean, you can either go for Lawmaster and take sort of that sort of magical path, or you go for the Warden of Safri. Personally, in most cases, I would go for the Warden of Safri, gain the deflect shots and the killing blow. But, maybe there are cases you want that extra magic. But normally I'm taking a level 4 and level 2 anyway, so having a character that then goes in a Swordmaster unit, I'd rather have Warden of Safri. That would be my personal choice. If you're only taking a single mage, or you're taking only a single level 2 mage, which I don't recommend, but if you do, then probably you'll get more value out of the Lawmaster. Pure of Heart is quite nice. Unless this character is fleeing, all friendly units within command range can use their leadership characteristic instead of their own. So if you do have fleeing friendly units, you can get them back in the fight. In addition, this character and any unit they join automatically pass panic tests. So that one's pretty nice. That one's pretty nice. Basic, clear at what it does, but it can certainly help out units, because if they do end up fleeing, getting them back into the fight is important. Right, Sea Guard. So if you choose to mount them, then they must be mounted on a Lothern Sky Cutter. They can't take any other mount, but they don't have to be mounted. They may be equipped with a warbow for no additional points, but then cannot take any additional non-magic weapons. They gain naval discipline and rallying cry. I find this one of more limited value. So maybe if you're going to put this on a mage to join a unit of Lothern Sea Guard, for example, but overall, I don't see many occasions where I want to put my characters in core infantry units, with the exception of mages. But even then, typically I'd want to put them in archer units where they can support from behind. Overall, Sea Guard, limited value, may have more value if you're going for those narrative. I mean, that's what a lot of these Elven Honors things is, giving you more of a narrative look. There used to be I can't remember what it was, there was a lord or a hero who was specific to Lothern Sea Master or something. This kind of allows you the opportunity to recreate that. like you can recreate the Lore Master of Hoeth with that Elven honor, and the same with the Anointed. These were all individual character entries before. They're now Elven honors for your basic Prince and Noble, or even and so on. So limited value. Like I say, there aren't many occasions where I want a character in a core unit. So there you go. That's the end of the Elven honors. I think they're interesting. They're limited. They're restrictive. So you've got to be very specific about what you're doing with them, why you need them. But when you want certain characters to join certain units, you've got to take it. You've got to take it to be able to join that unit. And we saw that in the unit entry rules. So check out the special category video and rare category video, and you'll see why you might need it. That's the end of the Elven honors. We're now moving on to some things like character comparison, infantry comparisons, and so on. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, but let me know why you didn't like it in the comments down below. And as always, if you want to see more content, hit the subscribe button, free for you to do. It takes a few seconds. It's right down below. Thanks for that in advance. Thanks to all those that have already done it. You've been watching The Ghost Hour. Tune back in as we start to take a look at some unit comparison.